Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? First of all, before I get on with the review, I want to thank Abacab for. I guess, I guess he's putting. I mean, because Rita's doing movie night, right? And Rita asked if it was okay if I had permission to put my face in, like, with all the. I said I had no problem with it. I think it's funny, and I guess Abacab put this phone in this one. This one's awesome. It's really cool. I mean, this uh, some of those they get the 10 out of 10. It's pretty awesome. And the movie I'm going to be reviewing is called National Lampoon's Going the Distance, made in 2004. Um, it revolves around this, the one girl that's on the table, right? It was like a fantasy sequence, right? And she's going to marry, like her and this other guy are like high school, graduating high school, even though they all look like they're in the 20s and 30s. Well, the one redheaded kid looked like he made to be 18 or 19, but everyone else looks like they're in the 20s and 30s, right? And he's gonna marry this girl. I mean, they're friends, and they're gonna marry this girl. And then his parents are like hippies, do not want him to marry the girl for whatever reason. They think she's a bad person for whatever reason, but they never specify that. They just don't like her. Anyways, she's gonna go to work as an assistant for this one guy. The Jason Priestley character, what is Swackhammer or something like that. And I mean, they're gonna uh, they're gonna fly down to Toronto to be assistant. He's with Much Music. Now I remember growing up, um, coming home from school, they used to have like that walk with the. I mean, for a Canadian program, they used to have walk with the end at I think at 3 o'clock and at 3:30 have Much Music on. I remember watching Much Music, but they have stuff like Parachute Club and stuff like that. Sometimes the episodes would be good. I remember they were the first one that premiered the Michael Jackson Thriller video. I know my dad actually rented the video. I said we already saw in the video, so he rented it because he didn't think. What was it? He rented Making a Thriller, which had Thriller that plus the making of stuff like hour long video with like John Landis. He directed, I think. And he said, I thought he didn't know we already saw it because he rented it for us, and so we already seen because everyone's making such a big deal about it, just like that. Justify My Love video from Madonna. I know my friend actually paid $8 for just a music video. Well, anyways, he's going down to be the assistant to this guy, and he's kind of like a sleazeball and stuff like or whatever. And the guy was going to propose this girl, and he said, "Well, she took off on some private plane with the guy, and then he's going to go to Toronto to see her later on. He missed his flight, and then his friend would say, we're going to do a road trip or something like that. And I think he drugged his beer or something like that. So basically, it's a road movie going to Toronto. And it was cool that JB was in the chat on the movie night because he's from Toronto, and then he was saying like Toronto's like not the greatest place at all. I mean, I always heard good things about Canada, but he said it's not that great. And I heard stuff from Meredith. I know Meredith said like you want a good town, like Toronto wasn't a good town. At least that's what I heard. When I went to I went to Canada, well, twice actually. Once as a layover when I was going to Germany, but I mean that was like it was just weird getting a thing of warm beer for $1, but that's all right. And then going to the Ontario Science Center and the CN Tower. You know. Well, anyways, it's a road trip going downtown, and they pick up two girls that are hitchhikers. They're musicians. Yeah, and it's basically just him going down to see the girls on a road trip. But it's not that funny. A lot of times with National Lampoon, back in the day, National Lampoon was great, like doing like the vacation movies, not the remake, the vacation movies, and then like Animal House, and there were some other ones. But I mean, uh, a lot of times these newer National Lampoon movies have just been going downhill. They're not that great. I mean, it's okay. There's a little bit of nudity in it, which was fine, but I mean, it wasn't ain't that great. It just seemed like it dragged a snail's pace. It just wasn't that funny. There was a couple parts that were funny. I mean, the most interesting thing was when they were on the train tracks. And then there's this guy sabotaging them. I don't want to tell why. Um, it's only, eh. I mean, I just think it was that funny. I mean, it was entertaining to watch. I'm glad I want to review this to my Rita, but it was only so. I give it like a 3 out of 10. It just wasn't that good. It doesn't look as interesting as that thumbnail. Believe me, the thumbnail's a 10 out of 10. The movie itself is a 3 out of 10 because it just was pretty much kind of lame. He had a few funny parts, but not enough to really merit a good rating. So if you like this review, by till next time, please take care, my legion.